Welcome to AI for Business, the podcast where we break down the latest in AI news and AI tools. I'm the AIpreneur, and today we have a packed episode covering some of the biggest developments in AI policy, energy, and even weather forecasting. Plus, we have an AI tool to try that creates AI chatbots in minutes, and a prompt tip that ensures your content doesn't sound like it was written by AI. First up, OpenAI has made a formal request to the U.S. government, arguing that federal oversight should take priority over state-level AI regulations. OpenAI is concerned that nearly 800 AI-related bills introduced across various states could slow down American progress, especially when competing with China's rapid advancements. The company's proposal doesn't stop at regulation. They're also pushing for changes to copyright laws, expanded access to government datasets, and increased investment in AI infrastructure. But the biggest point of controversy? OpenAI wants the government to ban certain AI models developed by Chinese companies, particularly those from DeepSeek, citing security concerns. The concern is that China's government could demand access to user data from its AI companies, creating potential risks for privacy and security. OpenAI argues that the US and its closest allies should prohibit these models entirely. However, critics point out that many DeepSeek models are already used by major companies like Microsoft and Amazon, and there's no direct evidence tying the company to Chinese government control. This move by OpenAI isn't surprising. However, it also raises ethical and strategic questions. Is this about national security, or is it a way to limit competition and expenses? And if the US moves forward with a ban, what ripple effects could this have on the global AI industry? OpenAI isn't the only company weighing in on this. Google has also submitted its own proposal, and its main argument is that AI innovation should take precedence over regulation. The tech giant believes that policymakers have been too focused on AI risks, while ignoring how restrictive policies could harm the country's competitiveness in AI. One of Google's biggest requests, a looser approach to copyright laws. Like OpenAI, Google wants AI models to be able to train on publicly available data, including copyrighted material, with fewer restrictions. This has obvious benefits for companies like Google and OpenAI, but it's also a controversial stance, given the ongoing lawsuits against AI firms for using copyrighted content without permission. If these changes were passed, it could shield Google from legal consequences. But is that fair to content creators? Stepping away from regulation, let's talk about a different AI-related shift: energy. Some of the world's biggest tech companies, including Amazon, Google, and Meta, have signed a pledge supporting the expansion of nuclear power. The goal? To triple nuclear energy capacity by 2050. AI can do amazing things, but it requires a lot of energy. While renewable sources like wind and solar have made progress, they aren't enough to meet the 24/7 power needs of AI data centers. That's why nuclear energy is becoming a serious part of the conversation. Amazon and Google have already started funding small nuclear reactor projects, and Meta is actively looking for nuclear developers to help power its operations. While nuclear energy has its own challenges, from costs to waste management, it's clear that tech giants see it as a necessary part of AI's future. Moving on to another area where AI is making an impact: weather forecasting. A recent study has shown that AI-driven weather models are now competing with traditional physics-based models when it comes to predicting extreme weather events. Researchers tested an AI model against traditional weather models in forecasting Cyclone Xynthia, and found that the AI model produced nearly identical results. This is a big deal because traditional models rely on massive amounts of computing power, whereas AI models can generate forecasts much faster and with fewer resources. The ability to quickly analyze weather patterns could have major benefits, from improving disaster preparedness to refining how we monitor climate changes. However, AI models still have limitations, especially when it comes to explaining how they arrive at their predictions. As AI continues to improve in this space, we could see a future where AI-driven forecasting plays a bigger role in both short-term weather predictions and long-term climate modeling. Now let's talk about today's AI tool to try, Custom GPT. This is a platform that builds custom chatbots. All you need to do is upload company information like FAQs, product details, and policies, and Custom GPT will generate a chatbot that can answer questions, assist customers, and even integrate into platforms like WhatsApp or your website. An advantage of Custom GPT is that it keeps data private, making it a solid choice for businesses that need to protect sensitive information. Whether you're running a customer service team or just need a way to automate responses, the link to try is in the description. And before we wrap up, let's go over today's prompt tip. If you want your content not to sound like it was written by AI, avoid using words such as game changer, hidden gem, and invaluable. These are common words used by AI models like ChatGPT and are an instant giveaway that it was written by AI. Small tweaks like this can make a big difference in how people receive your message. That's it for today's episode of AI for Business. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next episode. And if you found this discussion helpful, share it with a colleague or friend who's interested in AI. The more we share, the better we can all stay informed. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next week.